Hello, it is Monday, January 2nd, 2023. I'm Chris Remo and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Monday puzzle, so we're starting the crossword solving week with a nice, gentle, themed puzzle. And as a warning, I still do have a bit of a cough. It seems to be improving, but it is lingering, so there might be edits scattered throughout this video. Apologies if so, but it's better that way because then you don't have to hear my sputtering. So, in any case, this perhaps edit-strewn edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Alan Blunder, Mitchell Turek, Jenny Montague, and, as always, the invaluable Timothy Mark and the indomitable Shoalmaster. Thank you so much to the 5 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their support in sustaining this channel. I do very much appreciate that. And if you'd like to become a benefactor like those 5 and get the Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses mug, you can find that at patreon.com/dailysolve or in a link in the description field underneath the video. And at that very same link, of course, you can become a patron of any level and get access to all of the bonus videos that have gone up on the channel to date, as well as the new ones that go up each week. I know I've not put as many of those up recently as I typically do. I was traveling, and then I've been trying not to. It just hasn't been very practical to do too many recordings in my current state. So I'm hoping that as that improves, I will get back into the swing of things once I have more sort of time in the day where I can reasonably be speaking into a microphone. So do look forward to those. Anyway, what next? Do subscribe to the channel if you've not done so on YouTube. Thanks to everybody who has. Consider telling a friend, liking the videos, that sort of thing. And you can also join the Daily Solve Discord chat server in a link in the description field as well. Nice friendly chat community. All right, let's get on to the puzzle itself. This is a debut construction by Seth Beason-Hirsch, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. It's a Monday puzzle, so it will be themed, and we'll find out how starting now. Let's start solving. Blank for apples, have some fall fun. Bob for apples, a thing I've never actually done, but you see it depicted sometimes. Straps that go around the waist are belts. And La Bohème or La Traviata, either one of those, is an opera. And because this is an or link, here we're only referring to either one of these two, so it's a singular answer, not a plural answer. It's very unlikely to happen. I don't know, a fluke or something, but that doesn't fit. Prefix with center, the epicenter of a storm, for instance, and a chicken piece that's not a breast or a wing could be a chicken leg. Why don't I see what's very unlikely to happen? A big... No, a big... I don't know. The 2005 compilation Killer Queen is one honoring Queen. Is it a cover album or something? Triple album? No. I don't know. Not sure. Guided adventure in the Serengeti would be a safari. Oh, a big if. It's very unlikely to happen. I see. Oh, that's a big if. It's not a given. Okay. Actor, comedian Steve. Not sure. I'll probably recognize it, but I'm not sure offhand. Start of the day in poetry could be morn, sort of poetic way to refer to the morning. And 8 across for some New York plays. An Obie Award, maybe an Off-Broadway award. Emmy or Grammy is an award. Yes, so there we go. And civil rights icon Rosa Parks, of course. Christmas Carol is a Noel. The information header on a business's website. About us, maybe? That's a pretty common information header. Jazz great Count Basie, indeed, the great pianist Count Basie. And higher in temperature is warmer. Ass backwards is utterly wrong in slang. Rio de Janeiro is a city in Brazil. And a thieves' hangout is a den of thieves. So here we have director Orson Welles of Citizen Kane fame, etc. And if something is off limits, it is taboo. Okay. Still not immediately thinking of the actor comedian Steve Martin. There we go. Okay. Did get it eventually. If something comes up, it arises. And a Ford model that's also a zodiac sign. The Taurus is a zodiac sign and a model of... Does Ford still make that? I think strangely in the United States, I don't know, maybe not strangely, but Ford has stopped manufacturing all non-truck cars except for the Ford Mustang. Other than that, they only make large vehicles. So I bet they don't even make the Taurus anymore. But I don't know. Maybe they make it in other countries. Or maybe they've resumed in the US. I don't know. The 2005 compilation Killer Queen is one honoring Queen. What? Oh, tribute album. So I was on the right track with cover album. It is presumably, in fact, a cover album, but referred to as a tribute album. Okay. A loaf-shaped cake is a bundt cake or a what? What is it? Chemistry lab device is a Bunsen burner. There we go. I remember those from school. And innocent sorts in the woods, a babe in the woods. So babes in the woods, plural in this case. Drill sergeants relax would be at ease. And playwright Chekhov, Anton Chekhov, the famous playwright. And if you make something watertight, you seal it. So makes watertight tight is seals. To wear away someone's, I don't know, patience or physically a sort of cliff face or something, you would erode it. And then Dao Te Ching, philosophical text, Chinese philosophical text. I don't know what that translates to, but that looks correct. Basic origami step would be a fold, of course. Fold. Origami is just a series of folds. I suppose there are more complicated sort of origami operations that are referred to by things other than folds based on the way this is worded. Basic origami step, yeah. There must be advanced origami steps. Probably still essentially folds, right? But I guess they're ones where you sort of turn the paper inside out and things like that. Anyway, to engage in épée, e.g., would be to fence. So it's referring to the sport of fencing. Épée, name of the sword, but also the activity. Present, past, or future perfect are tenses, and grammatically speaking. And head covering that's wrapped could be a turban. Okay, let's see. Attack as a bee might, sting somebody as a bee might do. And a Muppet who loves his rubber ducky. Ernie, there we go. I was thinking Elmo, but that didn't fit and was wrong. Neighbor of Molly. Neighbor of Molly. Is it Niger? Does that work? Attempts, tries, yes, that does work. And sounds from new instant messages are dings, I suppose. Who might grant you 3 wishes is a genie, famously. And the capital of Western Australia. Oh, what is the capital of Western Australia? Do I know this? No, it must be Perth. So this is not dings, but pings. There we go. Okay, fair enough. That works equally well. Probably slightly better, in fact. Oh, and here's something I completely forgot about the existence of the theme. So this is topper for a Whopper, which is a hamburger bun, a Whopper from Burger King. And then here we have a classic song about a soulmate, or a phonetic hint for repeated pairs of letters. Oh, I didn't notice this was happening at all. In 1927 and 42 across. Oh, so it's what? Boo Boo? Class, is that what it is? I see a BU, BU in all of these. What does that mean? Is it Boo Boo or is it BU, BU? Classic song about... Oh, BU. Something BU. I see. The words BU. Because we're sort of phonetically creating those. So it had to be you. That's it. Oh, I see. It had to be you because each of these had 2 instances of BU. That's very clever. It had to be you. That's very silly. It's a very good Monday theme. It's just very sort of silly and absurd, but works very well and also doesn't need to be solved in order to fill out the answers because these are all clued ordinarily, and then even the revealer has a classic song about a soulmate, so even that could be solved without the thematic information. Anyway, a loaf-shaped cake, is it a baba? I would have thought that would have been spelled this way, and I don't know that that's necessarily loaf-shaped per se. Milk in Spanish is leche, right? And Buffalo Bill for William Cody must be an alias, clearly. A gripping tool is a clamp, so what about this? Doesn't have, oh, you don't have something you, oh, babka. A babka is a loaf-shaped cake, there we go. And so doesn't have is lax, and Chaz great. Ella Fitzgerald. Okay, good. I'm glad I saw that because I probably would have put Babke for babka, but in fact it's A, thanks to Ella Fitzgerald. So that was a helpful cross for me. Liveliness from the French is esprit, and like esprit de corps, and a bridal shower is a pre-wedding event, and things with necks and frets are guitars. Fashion label from Milan is Prada, and winter hours in LA are Pacific Standard Time as opposed to Pacific Daylight Time in the US. And then sun-related is solar, of course. Fish eggs are roe. And all roads lead to Rome, goes the saying. And then rats on somebody's tells on them, grasses on them, snitches. Many New York City dwellings are apartments. And oh, nerds is, I think that's probably drat, a very sort of soft, mild oath that's being matched in the clue and the answer. That's my guess for that reason, that it sort of tonally matches it. Okay, here we have a prima donna phrase, and no longer available as a seat. The seat is taken. And a kind of bar with island-themed drinks is a tiki bar. The oldest, well, what was until just a few days ago, the oldest surviving Trader Vic's restaurant, which was really one of the, I think arguably the original tiki bar concept, which started in Oakland, California, and there still is one there, but it's in a different location. So the oldest one that remained standing was the one here in London in the Park Lane Hotel, and it just closed, I think just on New Year's Eve. The hotel, the Hilton, I don't know, revoked their lease or whatever, so it no longer exists. I think it had been there since 1964 or something like that. Anyway, a kerfuffle is a stir, and one born shortly after World War II, informally as a boomer, a member of the baby boomer generation. Did we see all the crosses here? I think so, yes. So flower that vanilla comes from is... Why don't I see what this is? Is it the orchid? I didn't know that, actually. Wow, that's funny that I just had no idea about that knowledge. Hotel chain whose name rhymes with quiet. Hyatt. It's never occurred to me, but I guess it's true. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9 goes the classic joke. And scintillas are iotas, not one scintilla, not one iota. And a bit of body ink for short is a tattoo, of course, short for tattoo. And then because of is due to, and then general on a Chinese menu is general so. And there it is. So, exactly as ordered, a nice, gentle, themed puzzle for Monday with this very good, very well executed, and very silly. It had 2 BU theme. So, of course, each of our theme answers includes 2 instances of BU. Tribute album, Bunsen burner, and hamburger bun. Never having attempted to create a puzzle like this before, I have no idea how difficult it is to sort of do something like this, but it is sort of a funny, weird little linguistic... Oh, actually, you know what's really impressive that I only just noticed that does make this more of a feat, I think, is that the instances of BU are perfectly vertically aligned, if you see. So this B, this B, this B, they're disposed in the grid such that they follow a perfect, they're perfectly in parallel with one another. So, and then again over here, the B, U, U, U. So that's actually very impressive. I mean, both to find the phrases that work, but then also for the BUs to be positioned at exactly the same distance from one another within the phrase, and then to fit them into the grid, which then further necessitated words such as babka and babes in order to align these B's in the same way. So yeah, actually quite an impressively constructed grid. So there we go. And it's solved in a fairly gentle manner, I would say, again, as we expect at the beginning of the week. So well done to Seth Biesenhirsch for his debut entry in the New York Times crossword, and thank you to you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow for the Tuesday puzzle. Should be another gentle one. So do come back for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Monday. Take care.